One of the people who signed on to that warning about artificial intelligence was San Jose State University engineering professor and tech expert Ahmed Banafa. Professor, it's always good to see you. We appreciate you taking the time, especially tonight, to talk about these important issues that are being discussed more and more lately. I think to some folks it might sound a little far-fetched, but explain why you believe that AI could potentially threaten humanity as we know it if we don't put regulations in place.
It's good to see you, Alex. I mean, the whole story here, we're talking about the future. We're not talking about something going to happen tomorrow. I'll give you a simple example. Last week, we have just an example about a picture or image about some kind of explosion at the Pentagon, and they found out that this is all fake, and this went viral through Twitter. So this is part of the misinformation factor or problem where the wrong picture, the wrong information at the right time can create a lot of problems and chaos in a country or in a state. At the top of that, we are talking about what's coming, which is the third level of AI, which is a super AI, where the AI is smarter than the human. What I'm trying to say that we are trying to avoid an AI creating its own AI. We are out of the loop at that point.
Okay, so why not pause the technology, take a beat, take a moment, and create some real regulations? And if that can be done, what might those regulations look like?
Well, you cannot pause the technology. The technology is actually going at the speed of light, where you can see that how many people are using ChatGPT, talking about 1.8 billion, every month, which is a huge number for something which you just created a few months ago. The regulation is in the statement, and I like that statement, and this is why I signed. They want this one to be at the same level as, the climate change, the pandemic, or the nuclear threat, by saying we would like to have some kind of collaboration, a framework among all the countries, by saying the data used there has to be, controlled. To explain that, ChatGPT 3 created based on 175 billion pieces of data, the ChatGPT 4 trillion data. So when you start using a big data like this, then the risk is high. We would like to control the use of the data here.
All right, so give us, I guess, a scenario. Explain to everyone how we potentially reach a point where AI poses this existential threat to humanity. What might that actually look like?
If we start, depending on the AI and doing so many things, for example, running factories, running the electrical grid, running the BART, for example, and all the transportation. And because it's so easy and because it's so practical and it's run it in a perfect way, the traffic signals, the AI is going to get to the point which is the third level, the super AI, where they're going to see the human is really slowing the whole process down, and they're going to start making their own rules. For example, they can develop some kind of a system where the human is out of that. The factories will start working in a different way. So we're going to lose jobs. We might lose lives at that level because they're going to look at the human as an obstacle for them. And the sci-fi movies are giving us like a glimpse about what could be something like that happen if we don't have some kind of control.
Okay, I want to go back to my previous question because I understand what you're saying. A lot of people right now are using ChatGPT. The genie's out of the box. But is there not a way to make ChatGPT inaccessible, to make it so that people can't use it until we are able to create some regulations around the technology?
Regulation can control that by, the company itself. When you're talking about OpenAI, they have, all the algorithm, they have the access, they can do so many things to control the access there. That's why you see the CEO of OpenAI, one of the first people who signed that, because he realized we don't want to do the same mistake we did with the internet, with the social media, where we're dealing with the impact of the use of the social media. Another thing which is a very important point mentioned in this kind of statement, which is this kind of technology going to be in the hands of few companies, and those companies will be concentrated in certain places. That means they're going to control the technology and the direction of technology, and by looking at that, it's going to control what society should know, what society should not know.
All right, a fascinating discussion, a concerning discussion, but we appreciate your perspective and sharing your thoughts here on this important issue as we all sort of go down this road here and try to figure out where we're headed. Professor Ahmed Banafa, San Jose State University, really appreciate you breaking it down for us. Thank you.